Hello everybody. So the water's warming up, fish are starting to go in their migration. So in this next video, I go fish a couple different places. I fish Wilson Lake, the Missouri River, and basically what I'm hunting for when these fish start doing this is staging places. So you'll go down through the, like this is, I'm on the Ohio today. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to get to fish. But it's a rolling pretty good, more than the Ohio normally does. So you'll go down through there and you'll run the bank out and there'll be drop-offs. Well, them fish stage up in them drop-offs like that, or ditches running in. I'm actually fishing a power plant ditch right now. Anywhere that current has got a break on it. I don't know if y'all can see it, but you can see the current break down through there. Well, them fish stage up in there when they're resting for them to go on upstream. I'm gonna fling some poles out, see what I come up with. Like I said, I might not be able to film today. And I just throw these poles out down that current break like that. I'm using 3 ounces of weight just because the current coming out of this ditch is not too bad. Normally I would use 8 ounces of weight on my 2 outside poles and 3 ounces of weight on my middle pole. But I'm gonna use 3 ounces all across here. And if we got time today, I'm gonna go on down through there and show you current breaks underneath the water so y'all know what to look for. It's a good time of year to get a big one. I love fishing this time of year. I would rather, so my favorite 2 times to, well, I'll fish all the time, but I love to fish the fall. I love to fish the spring, and I absolutely, I love to fish the wintertime. The summertime's not a good time for me to fish. I don't have very good luck in it, but I haven't fished here since last summer. So that's basically what I've done the last 2 or 3 times I've fished, is fish waters that I don't normally fish to show y'all what I look for whenever I do go to waters I don't normally fish. And we might sit here, last year I come here in the spring and I sat here and had a blast. Like I said, these current breaks this time of year is fantastic. They hold the fish. In the Missouri River, I just so happened to find a bluff and a deep hole where there was a point sticking out there. And I'd never been on that stretch of Missouri River. I ain't fished the Missouri River a lot. I have fished it. There ain't many places in the eastern United States I haven't fished for blue cat. And this might be so full of scaled fish we can't do nothing in here. Good takedown right off the bat, guys. That's why I'm saying current breaks. If I get the fish today, it's gonna be an active day. Them fish ought to be fired up today. We're in a super low pressure. We got thunderstorms coming, and this is the days that they bite. Like I said, I probably won't get to fish very long today, but I just wanted to, well, I don't know. I just wanted to go fishing. Like an idiot. That south winds are blowing. Something else too, guys. So I fish all kinds of different places. Whenever the wind's out of the south, I like to fish a section of river that's facing east and west. When the wind's out of the east and west, I like to fish a section of river that's facing north and south. It's just easier to fish. Now then, lakes are different. I like to fish the wind going up lake, or, you know, the wind going the same direction as the current in a lake. So I'm in between Paducah and Joppa, Illinois, on the Ohio, at some power plant. The storms, the last time I looked at the radar, is at Springfield, Missouri. This is the barge havingest stretch of river I've ever fished. And they come close here. Center pole about went down. Dog, they're all getting messed with. I think the center pole's gonna get the fish though. I can't tell what's going on. I got so many ways. Like I said, this might be so full of gar. The fella can't do nothing. I wish these waves had quit. Dog, that was a pretty good fish, guys. And I couldn't tell whether he had, I couldn't tell what was going on. And I'm just using shad, 3 ounces of weight, and my typical circle hook and typical setup. I can't believe that I missed that fish. But there was a lot of stuff going on right then. Like I said, that is a pretty doggone good fish. Good takedown, good takedown. Strip and drag right out of the bucket, and he did not get hooked. Boys, I'm having bad luck. God dog, he slammed that son of a buck and took off. I'll give it 5 minutes or so for him to come back for it and see if he comes back for it, and then pull it in and rebait it. I do not have my dip net out. That sun coming out's not a good thing. It won't hurt the fishing, but it'll make storms. How am I missing those fish? And they're good ones. I can tell by the way they're biting. It's about time to actively start hunting skipjack too. See, that fish should have been hooked. Boy, they're active today. God dog, when they hit them poles like that, that means that they're firing up, guys. I kind of think them ones that's hitting like that's channel cat. And then again, you never know, that fish might take off with it here directly and be a 50-pound blue. I know it's plumb full of gar in here. Strip and drag right out of the bucket. I can't turn him. I gave him a couple seconds. Strip and drag. Oh God, this is fun when they hammer it like that. Yeah, I might have to undo the trolling motor on him. I'm keeping him low to keep him out of my other lines, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Get off that back seat before he decides to make a run and he ends up me swimming down there with him. Guys, this is what I'm saying. This is what the current breaks do for you this time of year. This is just an exceptional good day for them to bite. That's the reason why we've got so many bites. But like I said, anywhere there's a ditch rolls in that's running a little bit or humps on the bottom, or just any kind of place where them fish will stage up. The end of a point where it's got a deep hole behind it. This ain't all that big a fish. It's a good one. We're fixing to look at him. Good 15-pounder. But see how active they are right now? They're basically turning into, they're getting real active, feeding real heavy, getting themselves ready for their spawn and migration and all the good stuff that they do. Well, I don't know, that's bigger than I thought he was, as usual. I'd say that I've missed them bigger than that today already. Good 15-pound blue. Maybe 20. Get this stuff straightened out before I get it all tangled up in the dip net. And you never know. I might catch enough fish out here to make a different video out of the Wilson Lake and stuff. It's shaping up to be a good couple hours of fishing. I've fished a lot of places in this since I've learned a little bit about this Ohio. I love this Ohio River for blue cat. I love Mississippi. But I tell you all honest God truth, I fished the Mississippi a lot this year and not had very good times on it. I need to check bait on everything. I think this one still got bait on it. It's got a lot of trash on it. I'm gonna keep these fish well fed because I got plenty of bait and I ain't gonna be able to go for another 4 or 5 days. Come on, we need another big takedown. Because I'm getting bored. I'm ready to move. I've been 3 minutes without a bite. We're apt to sit here and get a monster. And that might have been the only fish in there. I don't think so. I think it's ranked up plumb full of fish. See, it don't act like a blue cat. I'm gonna reel on it. Never made contact. Let me get back out of the way, because I think that right hand pole's fixing to go down. That kind of acted like a flathead. And when a flathead bite, they'll flutter it like that. I might have should have gave him a little while longer with it. Like I said, it's plumb full of scaled fish, so there's all kinds of stuff hitting the line and among other things. I believe that one's on there. Oh, dog. That's a good fish, guys. Well, he might not be as big as I thought he was. They're acting like summertime here, so they'll fool you on the takedown. I'm trying to keep everything low to keep my line straightened out, if y'all wonder why I'm not pointing the pole up in the air. I don't want that fish to go like that out across there and get my lines. In the end of ditches like this, they tend to go to the river when they get hooked. Left-hand pole, left-hand pole. Look at that son of a buck going down real slow. Oh, and he come off. That's a good fish that I got on. Real good fish. I haven't really got a good look at him yet. He ain't as big as I thought he was. He'll still go 25, 30. Oh, he rolled up in the dip net and created a mess. Look at that left-hand boat going down, guys. He's pulling drag. And I've got a mess. I mean, that fish has straightened her out and freaking going. Whew. I'm gonna get this one out of the boat. He'll go in the 40s pretty easy, maybe 50. I would weigh him for y'all, but as you can see, I've got a mess going on here. Get that cotton picking sinker out of that dip net. Them coin sinkers hatch on the dip net. Hell, yeah, 45, 50. Oh, doggy's got my hand. Tell me this thing sat there for 20 minutes while oh. I think my camera back here is screwed up. Got caught on something. I hate to try to judge the size on him because that last one fooled me. I thought that he was smaller than what he was. And this one's just steadily going up in that creek channel. I kind of halfway think he's bigger than that last one. Well, I don't know. I ain't seen him real good yet. No, he's not. He's a good one. That's a male fish. I'm gonna get up here on the front deck so I can line this stuff out. Still a 40-pound fish. All right, I gotta get everything situated where I ain't tangled up. I've had the camera on 42 minutes, guys, and got over 140 pounds of fish in the boat in 42 minutes. All right, I got that camera lined out where it wouldn't bother me. The bigguns are biting today. The dog guys. I have got this boat a mess. My rain jacket, I bent that fish. Hit my camera and bent my thing. So I'd have weighed that last fish, but I done and had him out of the water too long. So by him looking dark like that, when I seen him off in the water, I thought he was smaller. So that last fish was probably in the 50-pound range. The one before that was in the 45-pound range. I'm full sending them now that I've only got 2 out. I'm gonna reel this southern in and rebait it. It still had bait on it, but he got me. I got a skipjack pole here underneath my feet that I'm stomping on. I don't even know what time it is, 10:48. I put the boat in the water at 9:30. I knew them son of a bucks would be biting today if I had a window to get out here. I don't think they was biting yesterday. But I was on the Missouri River yesterday, so new water. Like I said, it's been 8 months since I fished this stretch of river. Well, that didn't take long. Thought I'd never say this, but I hope he's smaller. That other pole tried to take off. At least I can hold the pole up now and not have to worry about getting in my other lines. Well, when I said I hope he was smaller, I didn't mean like that. See, so much easier to handle. I didn't know. So I hope he's smaller. I didn't mean like that. Not no 5 pounds. I probably ain't gonna fish too much longer. According to how good my trolling motor keeps a hold of me here. That wind's blowing through here about 30, 40 mile an hour. Anywhere that there's a ditch running out, with water running out of it, it'll cause a current break. Y'all can see it right out across there, I think. And it flat holds any place them fish can stage up. And that's exactly what's happened here. Them fish has staged up. That current's so swift out there in the river. So they come up here, rest, and there's bait here because there ain't a lot of current. They do their thing. I've never in my life caught 150 pounds of fish before my camera got to 50% since I've been filming. Now I've caught them like this before I started filming, but this is the best day that I've had since I started making videos. And I've had some good ones the last month and a half, 2 months, good days. I don't want to leave them, but I also don't want to sit here and get caught in a thunderstorm. And I've got so much racket being made around me, I don't know if I could hear it thunder. So I don't think I'm gonna put that Missouri River trip in there. I'll make another video because this is just too much. Did y'all see that other pole go down while I was taking his drink? When I said this is just too much. Boys, I don't know if you can poke me at something that I'd enjoy more than something like this, I don't know what it'd be. So I got on a little offshoot right after a snow melt and it'd come a hard rain. And the Mississippi River temperature was 32 degrees, had ice flowing down it. But that offshoot, it was real shallow too, 9, 10 foot deep. Well, the water temperature was in the upper 40s in that offshoot. And it was a nasty day, foggy, just nasty. It was last year, I think. And that was the best day that I'd ever had. And I caught 7 or 8 in the 40, 50 pound range. And I caught a 52 pound flathead that day, dead of winter. Like I said, it just come a snow melt. And guys, I had fish. I dropped down to, what I was doing, I went down that chute and I'd found a drop off in a deep hole. So the chute was averaging 9, 10 foot deep, and I found a deep hole where it's 14, 15 foot deep. and the whole bottom of that hole was covered in fish on sonar. So I anchored up above that hole, and I mean, I had to drop her down to one pole. I would just throw that thing off in that hole. The chute wasn't no wider than 50, 60 yards. And just as soon as it hit the bottom, there was something big on the end of it. I don't think I caught a small fish that day. I think I weighed the big one at 63. I got a picture of him somewhere. That's back when I took pictures. I got a picture of that flathead too, because I thought, well, nobody gonna believe me that I caught a flathead in the wintertime, dead of wintertime like that. I couldn't find no big shad, so I was hooking little shad about that long and hooking them whole. And I'd run that hook through their little spot on them and then run it through their tail. And it was just crazy. If I remember right, it wasn't too long after that that I started filming. Because I thought, well, you know, I'd like to start filming some of these trips like this, you know. And the first time I put the camera in the boat, I caught the biggest fish I ever caught in my life, biggest catfish. Well, this is the biggest fish I ever caught, because I ain't never been ocean fishing. And I've caught some big ones since then, but I still think he's the biggest one I ever caught. Didn't have a scale. He was a monster blue cat. Whereas monster big enough, whereas if I'd have been in Kentucky or Tennessee or something, I'd have wanted to weigh him for a state record. But I was in Missouri, so Missouri state record's 131. I don't think he was anywhere near that. He was in the 100 pound range. I guessed him at 80. Just because I didn't want to look like an idiot on camera. I'd rather underguess them on camera as to guess them and then they'd be like 20 pounds shy of what I guessed them at. It seems like too, if this bait sits very long, they shut down on it. So that just goes to show y'all the importance of keeping your bait freshened up. Of course, there's a lot of trash getting on the line too. And that might have something to do with it. I don't know. But anytime it's slow and you got plenty of bait, you want to put bait on there every time you reel in. Sometimes I don't, but I try to every time. It just makes a big difference on the fish bite. I was aiming to do something else, but I don't remember what it was. It'll come to me here directly. I'm gonna have to leave for too long. See, that's the current drifting that bait down. And I like for that to happen where I know there ain't no hangs. So lots of times you'll see me throw out and you'll see the end of that pole dancing like that. That's because my bait's drifting downstream. I like for that to happen. I don't think I've told you all that yet. Now you can't have that happen in where there's a lot of hangs. You'll be hung. Oh yeah, now I remember what I was gonna do. I was gonna cut me another bait to put on that other pole. And I'm gonna cut a monster shad on it. Like I said, I ain't gonna be out here much longer. It's starting to get wild. Put the biggest shad I've got in the bucket out there. And I'm gonna send him. I'm gonna give them about 10 minutes and then cut bait and run, literally and figuratively. So guys, I ain't gonna put that Missouri River trip in here, I'm sorry. Here's the caveat, he's just taking drag and freaking rolling on. I haven't turned him yet. I think I got him turned right then. I've got a trolling motor remote down here. I'm gonna try to dip this underneath this pole while he ain't running so hard. Look at that pole taking off. This pole's way down yonder. This, my friends, is a pretty doggone good fish. If I didn't have that other pole out, I'd turn this trolling motor loose. I don't think he knows he's hooked yet. You can just tell it's a heavy fish. I don't know if we've caught anything bigger yet today. I wish that wind had quit gusting. That throws my trolling motor all into a frenzy up there. I'm gonna bring him over on my good side where I ain't got all this stuff. He's went all over the mouth of this creek. Hell, he ain't as big as I thought he was. Still ain't a bad fish by no means. I thought he was a flat biggin. Still 25, 30 pound fish. Another good one. All right, I'm gonna give that 8, 10 or 15 minutes and call it a good day. Sometimes, guys, you can go out there with a plan. That plan will capitalize and do just exactly like you want it to. Other times you come out here and the fish are not cooperating with what you think they're doing. Now, I will say this. Any pre-cold front day from here on out, them things will be on them drop-offs and current breaks. Anywhere there's a ditch running into it. Now, the ditch has almost got to be running. For you guys that fish the Mississippi quite a bit, the ends of wing dikes, anywhere that's adjacent to deep water, see, we're pretty close to the main river channel out there, so I'd stay here and see how many big ones I'd get, but I'm tired and it's thundering. I've done exactly what I wanted to do today, but done it better. I kind of feel like that pole's fixing to go down. Dog, I need to pay attention to those barge waves. I'm sitting there half asleep watching that pole. Now's when they like to go down. He almost had it. He might have it now. Strip and drag right out of the bucket. He's heading south, guys. Heading south. See if you can see that reel. Well, he let off of it for a second. I might here directly get him to come to me. Like I said, when you get one on like this, you never want to get impatient with him. You just sit there and let the rod do the work. This is the caviar of the trip, or caveat. This last fish is always the funnest. Guys, a feller could probably sit here and do this all cotton picking day too. I think he kind of quit running there for a second. Well, there he goes again. I should have turned the trolling motor loose on him without no pole out here, but he's going upstream now. Now he's going crazy. Man, that's exciting when you pull that pole up and it just keeps right on rolling. It's on that bigger shad too. Oh boy. He is tangled up. All right, I got him in. I'm gonna turn the trolling motor loose and I still don't think he's the biggest one I've caught today. He's a good one. I'm gonna get up here on the front of the boat. I don't want to turn the trolling motor loose on these windy days because it can take you off faster than the fish. Yep, this is the biggest one. That fish will buck out 60 pounds. So I'm gonna weigh him. For y'all, because he is the biggest and he's a good one. That was on that big shad. I probably said that a couple times already. Now then, get this old scale that don't like to work. Get her on pounds. Hell, he might do better than 60. He's a big fish. 64 and a half. Well, crap. So, that time I weighed him in at 72. So we're gonna go 72. That is a hoss. I didn't think that scale weighed him right whenever I first picked it up and weighed him. I'm gonna hold him up for the camera. $72, folks. Sure a good fish. Guys, we caught, I don't know how many. It was 4 of them, I think, over 40. And then a 72. One of these days I'll put me a tape measure in here, because I kind of feel like that fish might have went better than 72. He was nowhere near in the 100-pound range, but I would have, I think he was better than 72. So, until the next time, I will see y'all later. Thanks for coming along.